Hello everyone, welcome to Static GK quiz number 68. This video is aimed to help you with your central and state government job examinations. I'm Ritrisha from GKToday and I'll be taking you through this. In which among the following parts of Constitution of India are the fundamental duties enshrined? The correct answer is Part 4A. The 42nd Amendment Act 1976 added a new part in the Constitution, Part 4A. It incorporated the fundamental duties by inserting a new Article 51A below Article 51. The objective of incorporating the fundamental duties is to place before the country a code of conduct which the citizens are expected to follow. The Constitution of India has provisions to abolish or prohibit which of the following social evils prevalent in India? 1. Untouchability, 2. Child marriage, 3. Sati, 4. Dowry. Select the correct option or options from the codes given below. So the correct answer is only 1, or untouchability. So Article 17 abolishes untouchability. It is abolished and its practices in any form is forbidden, and the enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable in accordance with law. How many freedoms are guaranteed by Article 19? The correct answer is 6. So Article 19 is the most important and key article which embodies the basic freedoms. Article 19(1) provides that all citizens shall have right to freedom of speech and expression, to assemble peacefully and without arms, to form associations or unions, to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and finally to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. Which among the following is or are explicitly mentioned in Constitution of India? 1. Freedom against exploitation, 2. Abolition of sati, 3. Freedom of press. The correct answer is freedom against exploitation. This is actually a fundamental right. The 6 fundamental rights recognized by the Indian Constitution are the right to equality, right to live, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Which among the following amendments added the fundamental duties as per recommendations of Sardar Swaran Singh Committee? The correct answer is 42nd. Sardar Swaran Singh Committee was constituted by Indira Gandhi soon after emergency was imposed in the country. The objective of this committee was to study the question of amending the constitution in the light of past experiences and recommend the amendments. The 42nd Amendment Act, which is also called the Mini-Constitution, amended many articles, and even the Preamble was a result of recommendations of Sardar Swaran Singh Committee. The 10 fundamental duties were also added as per recommendations. Initially, for how long presidential rule can be imposed in a state? If the president is satisfied on receipt of the report from the governor or otherwise that a situation has arisen in which the government in a state cannot be carried in accordance with the provisions of the constitution, he or she is empowered to proclaim an emergency. The proclamation would have to be approved by the House of the Parliament in same manner in case of a war emergency. However, even if the Parliament has approved the proclamation, it will normally cease to operate after 6 months. The proclamation can be repeated if necessary so as to allow the period of emergency to continue for a maximum of 1 year. Every such resolution approving the emergency has to be passed by each of the Houses of Parliament by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting. Consider the following: 1. Preamble, 2. Fundamental duties, 3. Directive principles of state policy. Which among above incorporate economic justice? The correct answer is 1 and 3, that is Preamble and Directive Principles of State Policy. So Directive Principles of State Policy aim to create social and economic conditions under which the citizens can lead a good life. They also aim to establish social and economic democracy through a welfare state. The preamble itself mentions justice on social, economic, and political grounds. So these two incorporate economic justice. By which among the following diarchy was introduced in India? Diarchy is having two levels of control. The act that provided this dual form of government was Act of 1919. The act provided a dual form for the major provinces. In each such province, control of some areas of the government, the transferred list, were given to the government of ministers answerable to the provincial council, and the transfer list included agriculture, supervision of local government, health, and education. Consider the following: 1. Socialist, 2. Democratic, 3. Sovereign, 4. Secular. Which among the following is the correct order in which the above words appear in the preamble of Constitution of India? So if you see the image, the first word is sovereign, that is number 3, then it's socialist, which is number 1, then secular, which is number 4, and then democratic, which is number 2. So the correct order is 3, 1, 4, 2. That's all for today's quiz. Until the next video, goodbye.